I got a question, y'all. I mean, a real legitimate question. And the way this mystery gets presented might demand mental processing um, outside of and potentially not limited to the typical social norms. Naturally, I've always been a curious and inquisitive person, so much so that I'm wondering if you all knew just exactly how powerful you are. And when I speak of such power, no, I don't mean the movie actor in a hero suit with a shield and cape sort of power. No, 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 no. My beloved family. Mm-mm. The power I mention is the same force that has the ability to shatter and overcome all obstacles. It can annihilate the complications upon oneself and one's environment from the inside and out, interior and exterior, internal and external. Follow me? This supposed forbidden ability is in fact so strong that the world's elite have spent millennia attempting to suppress and corrupt its element. You know, I'm sure you've got your thinking cap on by now, you know, probably wondering what it is that I'm talking about. And the answer is surprisingly simple. You've seen it in movies, of which are usually designed and filled with subliminal messages of what is actually real. You've seen it save lives and heal the hearts and minds of the tormented or persecuted. You've seen it lead revolutions and cause mass change at particularly crucial stages in the world's history. For many of you, it's the reason you're here now. You know, the reason you hold your children and counterparts so dearly, the reason you push so hard on a daily to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure. A few of you can probably guess it already by now. And if you guess correctly, then you would know it is the energy of pure love. See, a lot of us unintentionally crucified this part of our nature, possibly due to victimizations, trauma, or things of that domain, which is completely understandable considering the conditions of this existence. Many roam heartless, lacking the essence of character, and so they subconsciously reject anything that seems to hold this energy in fear of repeat of the wounds inflicted from before. And being so, that is why I decided to remind you today, or tonight actually, that the search for love is what has driven so many to self destructive means. When you see the many people around you who were once full of vitality and life, now someone that you can hardly recognize, it's important to understand those people who became so cold, once cared deeply, once loved maybe a little too much. And I know some of you listening can relate. Maybe not all of them, but many. Once the search for love begins, if one has determined in their minds that a certain amount of time has gone by and they have not obtained what they set out in search of, doubts begin to surface, in most cases leading to regrets and self hate or possibly even disgust. This in turn makes them to make mistakes that can impact their lives and that of those around them. So you ask why I bring this up, huh? What does this have to do with my question? Huh? Everything. You see, a lot of mistakes, as I stated before, many of us made seeking the love and validation we felt we may have not received in earlier stages in our development. All the while, the answer lied not in finding love outside of yourself. If you have no heart, that would be merely impossible, a never ending chase. That's the secret. It's the journey of finding it within you that attracts more of it to you in the physical realm. Once you metamorphosis or transform into a being or beacon of love, rekindling the flames from deep inside of your nature, you have a strong impact on those around you. Whilst you may not fully be aware of it in the beginning, and in most circumstances, many are not, until you notice that you radiate a warmth and heal and inspire others to do the same. You birth a strength in these inspired individuals. You can indirectly help realign them with their purpose. When the energy spreads from person to person, mind to mind, place to place, and heart to heart, it has the potential to create grand changes, miraculous improvements to the quality of one's life and the overall. Our race, speaking to the chosen few, are still divided because our love has been divided between our beliefs, traditions, materials, aspirations, and so on and so forth. We were taught love gets you hurt, trust gets you killed, and that it's a cold world, so you must be even colder to brave it. But that's counterproductive. And I'm going to tell you why. When you walk into a cold room, what's usually the first thing a person asks? Huh? Where is the AC and why? To warm the room. This example holds relative to the subject at hand. It's nigh impossible to find satisfaction in a heartless place if you too exhibit the same coldness. This applies directly to global warming. When the news spoke of it, most presumed that they meant it literally. No. They didn't mean it literally. The elite class of this age begun to notice a long time ago. The hearts are changing. Yeah, good. um, Warmth and love is spreading now. Their tactics of destruction started to be rendered ineffective. Global warming was a code. It meant that the people are returning to love, and we cannot profit off of a people who love one another in themselves because we cannot divide and conquer them. Love is driving them back together, and we must find a way to stop this. That is why global warming was such a quote unquote threat to the world. But this love is the only thing that will supersede, unite, and free us from the slavery of our own minds. Combined with the numbers of an oppressed nation of people, and that is what you would call a revolution that they have on their hands. A righteous rebellion from wickedness. And that's why it's revered so powerful a force that the world has tried to suppress it in all forms. And while I, speaking from the perspective of a child of the Most High, in alignment with the positive frequency of the universe, with the backing of my ancestors, I'm here to remind you that spreading love doesn't make you weak. It makes you strong. Or rather, shall I say, it makes us strong, family. You know, the time has come upon us where we must put aside the childish tempers and release the plagues of our unfortunate past mistakes. Without love, we will never win this war. That's what we're in the middle of. And believe it or not, it's really with ourselves. Until we understand that love and unity is the answer to cease their divide and conquer tactic, life's current patterns will continue. You are powerful people. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because if you believe it, you're already defeated. J Dot the OG, frontline below key. I love y'all, wishing peace, happiness, and prosperity, family. J Dot signing out.